So my three biggest mistakes, or conversely, the three things that I try and remind myself every day on the way into work to do, is one, it's all about your customers. Every minute of the day that you spend doing anything that isn't related to making your customers' lives more successful is a wasted minute. It may be a necessary minute. You may have to have a staff meeting to plan some new function or feature, but it's a wasted minute if it wasn't actually delivering that function or feature to the customer. So making sure that you allocate your time, both individually and for everyone in your organization, around serving customers, number one. Number two is abstract away from the day-to-day and understand what you're trying to do. So it's the old, very environmentally incorrect these days. You aren't allowed to drain swamps anymore. But back in the old days, when you were allowed to drain swamps, the expression was, when you're up to your waist in alligators, it's hard to remember the goal was to drain the swamp. Because of course, if you can drain the swamp, you get rid of all the alligators, which of course is very environmentally incorrect. But still, we'll go with the image for a second. Because if you can drain the swamp, you get rid of the alligators. And we all get so busy fighting alligators or fighting fires that we forget what the goal is, why we actually came to work in the morning. So extrapolating away and reminding yourself that you're actually, at Lulu, for example, we're not a small business. We are a large business in the early stages of formation. So our goal isn't to solve, we have to look after this client. If the glue on his binding wasn't properly secure, we have to make that good for him and we have to look after him. But that's not why we're here. We're here to build a process such that no other customer ever runs into that particular problem again, because we can't serve 1 million customers if 10% of them have bad glue on their books. So we actually have to solve the problem so none of them get a bad glue work on binding their books. So that's number two. And number three is you actually have to do all the hard stuff, and you have to do it really well. So you have to do budgets. You have to understand how your business works in financial terms so that you can articulate the financial underpinnings. You can talk to each other in financial terms about your business. It's probably the single rarest skill that I know of in business are business people who actually can read a balance sheet, who are actually literate in the financial details of their business. So you have to teach all your new bright 20-year-olds who start in business with a vision to change the world, and you have to teach them the difference between a debit and a credit. So kids who come out of college knowing how to balance their bank accounts, their checkbook and their bank accounts, are much more valuable to me than kids who get straight A's in computer science.